The truth.
Welcome back, everybody, and this video is the first in the Java Spring series. This is thanks to my new friends over at Lazada, and also an apology because what happened was well, the last couple of days of our training, I started to have the runs, and well, long story short, this is for penance. Anyway, so let's start with Spring. What is Spring? Spring is basically a framework for dependency injections. I mean, that's, if you want to simplify it, that's what it does. Well, let's just go ahead and get diving into it, and you'll see what I mean. To start off with Spring, you have a couple of choices over here. You can first start off with either creating a Spring project using the Spring initializer, which you can get from by going to start.spring.io, and you'll get this little screen over here. All you need to do is just go ahead and set up your group name, and I'm just going to basically put mine right here. The artifact, which is, I'm just going to call it demo, and which version of Spring would you like to use? I'm Spring Boot. I'm going to use 2.0, or the latest one, latest at the time of this recording at least. We don't need any of the other dependencies or anything like that. And yes, generate using Maven. You have a choice, either Maven or Gradle, but for those of you who are using Eclipse, you probably would have gotten the error message already that Eclipse is no longer, or rather is deprecating the use of Gradle. So I'm going to use Maven. So we're going to generate the project, and what this does is it basically creates a demo file right here. So I'm just going to save it right there. Okay, you just have to unzip it and open up the project folder using Eclipse or IntelliJ, and you can go ahead and get started. If you are using Eclipse, you also have another option available to you. You can also use the Spring Tool Suite, which you can get over at spring.io/tools/sts/all, just right there. This is where you can actually use the Spring Tool Suite in Eclipse itself. And in fact, for Eclipses, they've made it very easy. You just have to use the update sites, so you can just copy that URL right there, and then head over to Eclipse over here under Help and install new software. So you just basically paste the site over here and just follow the instructions. You can select all the packages over there and be off with it. Right now, I've already got mine installed, as you can see, and all you need to do is just go to File, New, Spring Starter Project right here, and you'll see, just fill in the blanks just like before, and it will basically create this for you. So it'll create the Spring demo. Well, in this case, I've called it Spring Demo, but you can call your project whatever you'd like. So that's your first starting point. Once you've got it all wired up, you want to test to make sure it's working correctly. All you need to do is oh wait, this is in Eclipse. Sorry, I forgot to mention. If you're using IntelliJ, it should work in IntelliJ as well, because according to this, even if you're using the community version, IntelliJ basically supports Maven, which is what we're going to be using to build stuff later on. So it should work, although I have not tested it yet. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below if you are facing any problems. Anyway, let's head back to this. So I'm going to be using Eclipse over here. Feel free to follow me. So once you've got your Spring demo application all loaded up, to get it running, you only have to run it just as a Java application. That's right. You don't have to do any Maven builds or anything of the sort. We're just going to basically use this run as a Java application. And it's going to ask you which application are we running. It's the one that's called Spring Demo Application. So that one right there. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And if your application is running correctly, you should see this. Okay, if you can see this, congratulations. Your Spring application is running perfectly fine. So Once that's done, we can now get started with Spring itself. So I'll tell you more about that in the next video. See you then. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. Also, check out the links below. And if you'd like me to cover something else, please leave a comment down below.